This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
"6:45 a.m. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by J. Yogaraj and read by Mario Vijayavardhana. The headlines. The Mahanayaka Thero of the Sri Lanka Amarapura Mahanikaya Agamaha Pandita Most Venerable Kotugara Dhammavasa Thero passes away. The River Preservation National Work Plan commences today under the patronage of the President. The UNHCR resolution against Sri Lanka prepared by 6 countries will be presented today and debated today and tomorrow. 10,000 trained graduates will be provided with permanent appointments. Many water distribution projects will be vested with the public in the near future. Sri Lanka's COVID-19 caseload up by 165 more infections. Another COVID-19 death brings the tally to 546. In news overseas, Afghanistan, US Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin on unannounced Kabul visit. In sports news, India legends beat Sri Lanka legends in the final and clinched the Road Safety World Series trophy. The Mahanayaka Thero of the Sri Lanka Amarapura Mahanikaya Agamaha Pandita Most Venerable Kotugara Dhammavasa Thero passed away early this morning at around 3 a.m. The Mahanayaka Thero passed away while receiving treatment at a private hospital. The Mahanayaka Thero made a yeoman service in popularizing the Buddhist principles to the world countries. The Thero was very popular in providing inspiring Dharma Deshana on special occasions. The Mahanayaka Thero passed away at the age of 88. The River Preservation National Work Plan commences today under the patronage of President Gotabaya Rajapaksa. The function is organized in the southern province. The main objective of this day is to create awareness on the importance of river preservation. Sri Lanka will face a crucial vote on a fresh resolution moved by the UK, Canada and Germany, along with other states at the UN Human Rights Council today. The government has reached out to regional friends in India, Pakistan, Nepal and Bangladesh, the countries which yield voting rights, at the HRC to garner support to defeat the resolution. The government termed a political move and an interference with the internal affairs of the country in terms of the resolution. The country has also been lobbying friendly nations of the 47 members represented in Geneva as their capitals and in Colombo. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
HDFC Smart Goals. All it takes is 3 years.
Sri Lanka has registered 165 more positive cases of COVID-19 yesterday, the Ministry of Health confirmed. Thereby, Sri Lanka has detected 342 new COVID-positive cases of COVID within the day. As per statistics, the total number of COVID-19 infections confirmed so far in the country now stands at 90,200. Recoveries from the virus, meanwhile, climbed to 86,759 earlier, as 293 more patients regained health. However, 2,895 active cases are still under medical care at select hospitals and treatment centres located across the island. The total lives claimed by the pandemic outbreak sits at 546 at present. Sri Lanka has reported another death from the coronavirus pandemic yesterday, according to the Ministry of Health. Accordingly, the total number of deaths due to the COVID-19 infection in Sri Lanka has moved to 546. The deceased is a 64-year-old female resident from Madirigiriya. She had been diagnosed with COVID-19 while undergoing treatment at the Polonnaruwa General Hospital. She had then been transferred to the teaching hospital in Anuradhapura, where she passed away on the 19th. The cause of death has been determined as COVID-19 related pneumonia. A program to provide electricity facilities to 100,000 Samurdhi beneficiary families is being implemented at present. Under the first phase, 5,000 Samurdhi beneficiaries and 20,000 low-income families have been selected. They will be provided with electricity facilities in the near future. The Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation, which conducts the Ratana Sutra Pirit recitation at island-wide viharas, has made arrangements to conduct today's program at Gala Valpala Imaduma Sri Sandun Vihara. This is the 140th chanting program of the series. The Ratana Sutra chanting ceremony will be conducted under the guidance of the chief incumbent of the Buddhist temple, Beligal Kiningoda Dekorale Chief Sanganayaka, Venerable Alpitiye Ratnavansatero. The program will be aired live from 6:30 p.m. today on the Sinhala commercial service, the City FM service, and all the other regional services of the SLBC.
Darling, our daughter has top O-level results. Do you know what this means?
Yes, just 3 years and she'll be going abroad for her degree.
For which we'll need a bank loan.
But is a normal loan the smartest option?
What else?
The smartest way is to start an HDFC Smart Goals account.
Let your child begin their degree with no delays. Start an HDFC Smart Goals account. Call 2356 888.
Honey, you're so smart.
HDFC Smart Goals. All it takes is 3 years.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Vidya Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vidya Mahatmya.
World Water Day falls today. The commemoration period to mark this day is extended till the Sinhala and Tamil New Year. Minister Vasudeva Nanyakara says many small and large-scale water distribution projects will be vested with the public during this period. These water projects will be implemented in many areas including Galigamua, Jaffna, Nittambua, Vavuniya, Lunugula and Pudukudiripu.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vidya Mahatmya.
Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
And now in Watchlight, consumers complain that the price of rice varieties have increased at some private sales outlets. It is understood that some errant traders are increasing the price of rice arbitrarily without considering the government-controlled prices. This is for the attention of the Consumer Affairs Authority. When inquired, the CAA authorities promised to do a routine check and conduct raids to nab the errant traders.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always.
All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
In world news headlines, Afghanistan U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin on unannounced Kabul visit. Israel election, hopes and fears play out in Crater Town. Congo-Brazzaville presidential candidate in hospital with COVID-19. U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin has made an unannounced visit to Afghanistan weeks before planned withdrawal of all remaining U.S. troops. After meeting President Ashraf Ghani in Kabul, he called for a responsible end to the war but would not say whether the deadline would be met. Mr. Austin said the focus should be on reducing high levels of violence to allow a negotiated end to the conflict. The pullout was agreed with the Taliban by the Trump administration last year. The town of Mitzperamor is recovering from its isolation in the desert. Often the inhabitants had only themselves and their crate for company. The population of 5,211 lives on a cliff edge above a naturally formed area in the Negev desert, a site of stunning beauty that entices tourists. But the visitors vanished amid the COVID-19 closures. The lockdown laid waste to work for the tour guides. In Israel, joblessness has soared. The country suffered badly as the virus surged last year, and there were claims of government blunders. The leading opposition presidential candidate in Congo, Brazzaville, has spent election day in hospital after becoming seriously ill with COVID-19. In a video circulating on social media, 61-year-old Guy Brice Parfait Colile is seen briefly removing an oxygen mask to tell his supporters that he is fighting death. He urges them to vote in Sunday's poll. President Denis Sassou Nguesso, who is widely seen as an authoritarian ruler, is expected to win again. And now the main points of the World News segment once again. Afghanistan, US Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin on unannounced Kabul visit. Israel election hopes and fears play out in Crater Town. Congo Brazzaville presidential candidate in hospital with COVID-19.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always.
All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
Development News is brought to you by Nivea along with CIB. Valuable gift vouchers for every bill payment and 20% discount for bank card holders during 16th to 30th March. Our product, our place. CIB.
The Colombo Shopping Festival 2021, the Trade and Fair exhibition, will be held from the 7th of April to the 11th of April at the BMICH. The exhibition will be held from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. on these days. This trade fair has been recognized as the most attractive trade fair during the festive season.
Development News was brought to you by Nivea along with CIB. Valuable gift vouchers for every bill payment and 20% discount for bank card holders during 16th to 30th March. Our product, our place. CIB.
In sports news, in cricket, Kemar Roach and Jason Holder combined for 8 wickets between them as Sri Lanka were bowled out for 169 on the opening day of the first test against the West Indies in Antigua. Lahiru Thirimane top scored for the visitors with a hard-fought 70 off 180 balls, but only 3 other Sri Lankan batsmen would get to double digits as they crumbled against a disciplined bowling performance from the hosts. The West Indies won the toss and elected to bowl first. Accordingly, Sri Lanka were bowled out for a mere 169 on the opening day. The West Indies were 13 without loss at the end of the first day's play. Indian legends won the final against Sri Lanka legends by 14 runs played at the Raipur Cricket Grounds, India yesterday. Sri Lanka legends won the toss and elected to field first. Accordingly, Indian legends posted 181 for 4 in 20 overs. In reply, Sri Lanka made 167 for 7 in their allotted 20 overs. As a result, Indian legends became the champ in the Legends tournament, which concluded yesterday.
Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply. Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
Lanka IOC PLC will invest 400 million rupees to build a grease manufacturing plant in Trincomalee. Over 300 million rupees have been invested for the project so far, and the opening scheduled for early this year was delayed due to logistical issues resulting from the COVID-19 pandemic. However, Managing Director LIOC Manoj Gupta said that now they are confident that the plan, which is a first to Sri Lanka, can be opened by the end of May 2021. He said that they will also start bunking facilities through a floating barge in Hambantota soon. The LIOC Greece plant will have a capacity of 3,000 MT per annum.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money. Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
Economic news, courtesy of
Just move on real time, save more, LOLC real time. Paying the premium for transactions, simply save now real time. Day night, no trouble for your transactions. LOLC real time. Download LOLC Finance real time app for your LOLC savings account. Attractive interest rates, transactions anytime, anywhere with a zero cost and more benefits.
Sri Lanka will achieve a 3.6 economic growth rate in 2021 and thereafter will maintain a 6.6% growth rate from 2022. The State Minister of Money and Capital Market and State Enterprises Reforms, Ajit Nivad Cabral, says. Speaking to the Daily News Business on Thursday prior to his departure to Bangladesh, he said that Sri Lanka will achieve this target despite an economic growth rate contraction in 2020 and also successfully battling the COVID-19 pandemic.
Congratulations on your promotion. When will be our treat, huh?
How about today?
Oh no, I was just joking.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
Weather Report was sponsored by
Dialogue, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, introduces Nanasa, a trilingual educational mobile app with video-based lessons for grade 1 to A-levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with no subscription fee.
The Met Department says showers or thundershowers will occur at several places over most parts of the island during the evening or night. Heavy falls above 100 millimeters can be expected at some places in the Sabaragamu and the central provinces and in the Gala and Matara districts. Misty conditions can be expected at some places in the central, Sabaragamu and western provinces during the morning. This weather report was issued this morning at 4:30 a.m. Further details could be obtained by visiting the official website of the department.
Weather Report was sponsored by
Dialogue, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, introduces Nanasa, a trilingual educational mobile app with video-based lessons for grade 1 to A-levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with no subscription fee.
And now the headlines of this news broadcast once again. The Mahanayaka Thero of the Sri Lanka Amarapura Mahanikaya, Agga Mahapandita, Most Venerable Kotigala Dhammavasa Thero, passes away. The River Preservation National Work Plan commences today under the patronage of the President. The UNHCR resolution against Sri Lanka, prepared by 6 countries, will be presented today and debated today and tomorrow. 10,000 trained graduates will be provided with permanent appointments. Many water distribution projects will be vested with the public in the near future. Sri Lanka's COVID-19 caseload up by 165 more infections. Another COVID-19 death brings the tally to 546. In news overseas, Afghanistan, US Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin on unannounced Kabul visit. In sports, India legends beat Sri Lanka legends in the final and clinched the Road Safety World Series trophy. That concludes this news broadcast, and now it's back to your host as always on a Monday morning to keep you in great company with a wonderful array of music. Over to you, Sharifa Tahir.